Hello students, welcome to today's class. Today's topic is communicable disease in the community health nursing in the unit of epidemiology. Okay, so as we all know, communicable disease is a disease which going to be spread to person or person to group of a people, person to a community, isn't it? It is a spreading in nature, right? Contagious one that we call communicable diseases, isn't it? And for example, you can take through the virus, through the bacteria, through the parasitic, through the worms and fungi. You're going to, the person going to be affected, the infection, isn't it? And last class we have seen what are the modes of transmission, isn't it? No. Okay, we'll see modes of transmission now. So we have a vector reservoir, direct transmission, and the indirect transmission, isn't it? The food and waterborne, airborne. The last class we have discussed in detail, but just have a review once. Okay, then here, what are the communicable diseases? Examples you see. First one is here the chickenpox, diphtheria, filariasis, AIDS. Okay. Poliomyelitis, malaria, measles, tuberculosis, tetanus, rabies, and the sexually transmitted diseases, or we called STD. Okay, these are the examples, and we're going to see in detail each and every disorders. And your job is you have to focus on the causative agent. For chickenpox, know which virus it will come. Is very important. Then, what are the signs and symptoms? And what are the treatment and what are the preventive measures is very important. Clear? No? Okay. First one is a chickenpox. So chickenpox is a common disease caused by which virus? Varicella zoster virus, VZV. Okay, which is a member of the herpes virus family. Okay, but you have to focus on chickenpox is a communicable disease. Okay, and it is caused by Varicella zoster virus. Okay, keep it in mind. And usually occurs during the childhood, normally 5 to 9 years. Okay, and of course, but you can get any time in your life for that only, but most commonly 5 to 9 years. Clear? And what are the symptoms? A small fever, the body ache, and a loss of appetite. And within 1 or 2 days, the rashes is going to be appears. As you all seen the picture, like this rashes will come. Okay, and the red bill in the beginning stages is a red spot, and which is going to be turn the blister form later on red, then going to be spread rest of the body. Okay, this is we call chicken pox. Then what are the preventive measures? So there are no actually cure for this particular disease. Okay, but we can get a vaccine. We can get the vaccines before the disease will occur. Clear? No? But for the management of disease, it is not cure, but we can manage the signs and symptoms. Like we can take the bathing, we take the baking soda. Okay, why? To relieve the itching. Okay, then we can use Tylenol. Why? Otherwise, we can take any the pain for the painkiller. No, we have to take a painkiller, but except aspirin. In the chickenpox, we should not administer the aspirin. Why? The rash is going to be worsened for this particular drug. Okay, here Tylenol is we can use for the fever as well as the pain relief also. Okay, then sometimes we can use an antiviral drug. Okay, based on the doctor order. Okay, that is what is the antiviral drug? Is a acyclovir. Okay, acyclovir may be prescribed, and you can put the calamine lotion or the for the relieving the itching. In the itching part we can calamine. Okay, soothing effect. It will give soothing effect. Okay, next we'll see diphtheria. What is diphtheria? Diphtheria, it is one of the communicable disease where it is caused by the bacteria that we call Corynebacterium. Okay, Corynebacterium diphtheriae. Okay, so diphtheria, it is a communicable disease. It is caused by Corynebacterium diphtheriae. Clear? And what are the symptoms? Sore throat is there. Okay, then low fever, swollen neck glands, airway obstructions, and the breathing difficulty. And if you're not treated, the final stage is a shock. Then what's the mode of transmission? Droplet infection. Okay, mainly are droplet infections, and the poor sanitation and the poor nutrition and the direct contact also. Okay, and the low vaccine coverage. Who are the kids? The babies are not at all receiving this diphtheria. That also the baby are very prone to get this diphtheria. Okay, how to prevent? So we have to reduce the carrier rate by using the vaccine. For that only we are getting no DPT vaccine here. Similological vaccines, DPT is prepared from an alkaline formaldehyde. Okay, in the last class we have seen the immunization schedule, right? So that is DPT vaccine we have to take. Then chemotherapy for who are not at all having the DPT, and once they will get diphtheria, we have to give the penicillin, erythromycin or gentamicin are the drug of a choice for this. Okay, next we'll see filariasis. What is filariasis? See, filariasis is one of the communicable diseases, and it is caused by three closely related nematodes. What is nematodes? Nematodes is a worm, round worm. Okay, in the microbiology you have learned, right, what is nematodes and all, isn't it? So but it is caused by three closely related roundworms or nematodes. What are those? Ucheraria bancrofti and Brugia malayi, Brugia timori. This is a nematodes. Okay, from these things filaria will come. Okay, what is the symptoms? Filaria fever, then the lymphangitis. Lymphangitis is the inflammation of the lymph, then lymphadenitis. Okay, lymphadenitis is nothing but inflammation of the lymph glands, lymph nodes. Okay, then elephantiasis. Elephantiasis is a swelling or hardening of the, have you seen here? See here, legs, hardening of the legs, otherwise limbs, that we called elephantiasis. Okay, most probably legs and arms, sometimes genitalia also. Okay, then filaria arthritis. Arthritis means what? Inflammation of the joints. And chyluria means the milky appearance in the urine. This we call chyluria. This understood, no? Then what are the mode of transmission? See, this is transmitted by the bite of infected mosquito. What happened? No, the mosquito is going to be infected with this nematodes. Okay, so this nematode, it is in the feces or in the it will present anywhere on the environment, and this mosquito is going to be infected from this nematodes in this legs, in his mouth and all. Then after what happen is going to be bite the human being, then the human will get this filariasis. Understood? So this mosquito is infected with the nematodes. Through this, if it is injected to the human, then they will definitely get this filariasis. Clear? Okay. Next, what is the prevention? Preventing the infection by cooling the leg and drying exercises. Okay, what we had to do, cooling the leg. This is what the treatment here. Okay, then the treatment and prevention of lymphedema. We had to treat this lymphedema and elephantiasis. Clear? And the drugs effective against the filariasis parasites are diethyl carbamazine citrate or DEC and the ivermectin, albendazole and the coumarins compound. Okay, these are the drugs of choice. Okay, next we'll see AIDS. What is AIDS? What's the full form of AIDS? Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. See, the name itself telling is immunodeficiency. Once we'll get this HIV virus, no, our body immunity is going to be dropped down. That's what we call as acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Okay, so it is caused by which virus? HIV virus. What is HIV? Human immunodeficiency virus. Okay, is the virus that causes the AIDS. And this disease limits the body's ability to fight against due to the markedly reduces the helper T cell. So this HIV is going to be reduce the helper T cells in the body. So what happened? Automatically our body, it is stopped to fighting against such infection, whatever infection. So once you will get HIV, once anyone get HIV, no, they will get other friendly diseases. Okay, other friendly, the body completely dropping his immunity, then what happened automatically, other secondary infection is very common for them. Okay, then the patients have a very weak immune system, defense mechanism, right? Then symptoms, what are the symptoms? Fever is there, and a very high headache is there, acute headache for them, chronic also sometimes, and the neuropathy means what is neuropathy? Is a nerve defect, isn't it? They don't have the sensations and all. Okay, skin problems very more for them, very common for them. Then the sores, okay, and the rashes, nausea, vomiting, these are the main symptoms. Then what is the mode of transmission? They're sharing the needles. If the infected person is pricked now, if he's sharing the same needle, definitely other people also get this HIV or AIDS. Then unsterilized blades in the barber shops and all, for that no, the government is mandatory, the single use we have to use. So here what happened? Unsterilized blades, this also one of the risk factor. Then unprotected intercourse, okay, unprotected intercourse, and the mother to baby through the placenta, it is possible to spread this infection or transmit this infection. What is the prevention? Some way to protect yourself. How? Monogamous relationship. In sociology, you know, right? What is monogamous? A single relationship, isn't it? Then protected sex, then the sterile needles, and the new shaving or cutting blades. Okay, then what is a drug? What is the treatment for this? Antiretroviral drugs are used here. Okay, what are the drugs here? AZT, Zidovudine, then Viramun, or we can say Nevirapine, then Norvir, otherwise Ritonavir. Clear? These are the drugs we are using to treat the AIDS. Next one is a poliomyelitis. What is poliomyelitis? Poliomyelitis is a highly infectious disease caused by the 3 serotype of poliovirus. So poliomyelitis, it is caused by the poliovirus. Okay, what are the symptoms? Is a febrile, fever is there, illness, and aseptic meningitis. What is meningitis? Inflammation of the meninges. What is meninges? Is a covering sheath of a brain, isn't it? No. Then the paralytic diseases, and finally death. Okay, this is a symptoms. Then what are the modes of transmission? Mode of transmissions are oro infections. Okay, direct droplet infections, or fecal-oral route. Okay, the foodborne or the hand-to-mouth infections. Okay, this is we called modes of transmission. What is the prevention? The general prevention is health promotion through the environmental sanitation, isn't it? And the health education. So what is the mode of spread, and what are the protective measures, and what is the values of vaccinations and all. We are taking polio, right? In our old children's, they have to take right at birth. They have to take polio vaccine, 1.5 month, 2.5 month, 3.5 month. I hope you are remember that schedule, isn't it? So active immunization is important. As a Salk vaccine and a Sabin vaccine. What is a Salk vaccine? It is an intramuscular polio trivalent as a killed vaccine. Okay, Sabin vaccine is a oral polio. Okay, oral drops we are giving oral polio trivalent is a live attenuated, we call Sabin. Salk is a killed vaccine. Clear? That for that is a killed vaccine we are giving intramuscular, is a live attenuated vaccine. So we give in through the oral. Clear? Next is a malaria. So malaria, it is caused by 4 Plasmodium species. Okay, Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malariae, Plasmodium ovale. This is 4 Plasmodium. Okay, through this malaria will come. Clear? No. So what are the symptoms? Chills, fever, internal fever, body ache, joint ache, malaise and all. This is the symptoms. Then what are the modes of transmission? See, it's like filaria only. It's like a filaria only. See, but the species are different here. Isn't it? No. So it is transmitted by the female Anopheles mosquito. It's very important. It is transmitted by which? Female Anopheles mosquito. Sporozotes injected with the saliva. See, sporozotes, no? This sporozotes, what is sporozotes? Is this only. Plasmodium family, this we call sporozotes. This is going to be infected with the mosquito. The mosquito carry the sporozotes. Okay, that is there in the saliva and the circulation of the mosquito. Then this mosquito going to be bite on the person. Then he may get this malaria. Clear? And in the where in the microbiology you have seen, what is a cycle of malaria parasites, isn't it? No, have a review once. Okay, once the mosquito is going to be bite here, okay, the sporozotes injected during the mosquito feeding, isn't it? Then it's going to be invaded the, where is going to be invaded the liver cell, isn't it? That we call exoerythrocytic schizogony, isn't it? Then after that it's going to be in the have different cycles in the RBC also, that we call merocytes, right? Then after that the gametocytes infected for the mosquito, then the fusion gametes that are going to be spread all over the body, isn't it? That we call cycle of malaria parasite. Okay, don't bother of this cycle, but you should know what are the causative agents, what are the symptoms, mode of transmission. That is enough. In the if they may ask in the microbiology, it focus on this. Okay. And what's the prevention? Use a spray containing permethrin on clothing. So for what are the mosquito prevention we had to take? Okay. Last classes, in the previous classes also we had discussed, no, in the mosquito prevention measure, right? So using a coils, using a full sleeves, and apply the creams, repellents, okay, mosquito sheets and all, isn't it? Coils, and the malaria prophylaxis also we have to take. Okay, then the anti-malaria drugs also use. What is the anti-malaria drug? Is a chloroquine. These are the preventive measures. Okay, anti-mosquito prevention also we had to take, as well as the drug also we had to take. Clear? Okay, fine. Next is the measles. Okay, what is measles? Measles is a communicable disease. It's going to be caused by the agent RNA virus, that is paramyxovirus family. What is that? Paramyxovirus. Measles is caused by paramyxovirus, that is RNA virus. Clear? What are the symptoms? Diarrhea, pneumonia, okay, difficulty in breathing, inflammation of the lungs, and the convulsions, and the subacute sclerosing, panencephalitis. Okay, panencephalitis means what? Encephalitis is the inflammation of the brain, isn't it? No, brain parenchyma, but pan means whole brain is going to be infected. Then what is the mode of transmission? Again, a droplet infection only. Okay, what's the mode of transmission? Is a droplet infection. Okay, what's the prevention? To take live attenuated measles vaccine, isn't it? We are giving measles vaccine. It is start from when? 9 months, isn't it? No, 0.5 ml we have to give. Then of course, yes, for a 1.5 year we have to give this again, the booster dose MMR, isn't it? No, in 9 months we have to give measles. After that 2.5 year we have to give this MMR booster dose, right? 2.5, right? 2.5 year we had to give this measles, and means 16 months to 24 months, means approx 1 year to 2 year we have to administer this booster doses MMR for the children. Clear? Okay. Next one is a tuberculosis. What is tuberculosis? Tuberculosis is defined as an infectious disease caused by the bacterium Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Okay, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, that is most common affected the lungs. Okay, then what is the symptoms? Slight fever, night sweats are there, and weight loss. 14 days continuous fever and the cough more for them. Okay, high fever and the continuous cough is present till 14 days. If it is more than 14 days, it is a common only. Full cough is there throughout the course of diseases. But how you suspected for other diseases, tuberculosis? See, important to listen. If it is the fever and the cough with the sputum exceeds more than 14 days or the 2 weeks, we have to definitely consult the doctor, should not neglect. Then they will do anti-tubercular test. Okay. So in that test they will suspect this tuberculosis. Okay, so but throughout the course light sweat is there, fever is there, and huge weight loss is there. This is the mark of the tuberculosis. Okay, now what is the mode of transmission? Of course is a airborne disease only, droplet infection. Okay, then what's the prevention? The prevention is we have to give anti-tubercular drugs. Okay, anti-tubercular drug that include isoniazid, rifampicin, ethambutol, and the pyrazinamide. This is a course is there. Okay, that is a drug treatment. Prevention is, what is the prevention? Maintain the hygiene. Okay, quit the smoking. Right, pan parak and all. So that so once you the smoking and all, now what happened, the lung capacity is very decreases only. Okay, lung will very prone to get infections. Automatically the mycobacterium is all around the environment. The smokers are very prone to get that diseases measures. The next one is a tetanus. What is tetanus? It's a neurological disease characterized by increased muscle tone and the spasm caused by the Clostridium tetani. Okay, is a bacteria. Clostridium tetani is a bacteria that we call tetanus. Muscle spasm, bone twitching and all, muscle twitching and all. Okay, it is found worldwide in the soil, inanimate environment. Okay, animal feces. This bacteria is more common in that particular animal feces and all. Okay. So what are the symptoms? The muscle rigidity, dysphagia, and the hyperpyrexia. This all the symptoms. So that's a mode of transmission. The infection is acquired by contamination of the wound with the tetanus spore. So that's if you are cutting with any rod, any the iron metals, or if you are in contact with the soil, once you are once the people get accident and all, they will definitely administer the tetanus, isn't it? No. So it will very common in the soil. For that they must and should they have to take tetanus toxoid, TT. So prevention, as we all know, as per the schedule already we are boosted with the tetanus toxoid, isn't it, for the 10 years and the 16 years that administer the tetanus toxoid, isn't it? No. So these are the precautions, preventions. Then what is next one is a rabies. What is rabies? Rabies is a viral diseases that cause acute encephalitis. Okay, inflammation of the brain parenchyma in the warm-blooded animals. It is transmitted to the humans from the other species. Means what? Rodents, dogs, dog bite, isn't it? No. The rabies virus infected the CNS, causes the disease in the brain and the death. They will almost mimic the dogs, isn't it? No. Full of saliva from the mouth. And they have some encephalitis, some neurological disturbance they will have. What is the symptoms here? Partially paralysis, anxiety is more common, insomnia. What is insomnia? Sleeping disorder, isn't it? No. Then the confusion is there, agitation is there, and the hydrophobia. They will away from the water. Okay. Then the abnormal behavior and all, and the terroristic behavior. Okay. Then they have the hallucination also, and the progressing in the delirium, mental confusion. What's the mode of transmission? As I told before, rabies may be also spread through the exposure to the infected domestic animals. Okay, dogs, bears, raccoons, and other wild carnivorans. Okay, the small rodents such as the squirrels also. Squirrel bite sometimes if it is infected with that. Infected with that rabies. Okay, then definitely the particular bite species get that rabies. Okay, then most commonly dog only. What is the preventive measures? We've had to prevent how to vaccinate all the domestic animals, dogs, cats, rabbits and all. We have to vaccinate particular thing first. Then keeping the pets under the supervision is very important. Okay, not handling the wild animals. Okay, don't show any over love towards that animals if it is not vaccinated. Okay, this is all the precautions. Otherwise, if any persons will get dog bite, they have to do hand wash in the plain water only. They have to do hand wash up to 10 to 15 minutes. They have to do hand wash. Okay, once they have to do hand wash, and they have to go to visit the hospital. Okay, then they will give the post exposure prophylaxis. They will provide. Okay, anti-rabies drugs. Last one is the sexually transmitted diseases, STD. Okay, the diseases and infections which are capable of being spread from person to person when through the sexual intercourses. Through the sexual intercourses, this is going to be transmitted. For example, if the male person, if we have in the syphilis, that syphilis have a intercourse with a normal person, then that person definitely get this disease, syphilis, that we call sexually transmitted diseases. Clear, no? So it's going to be spread through, what is the mode of transmission? Sexually intercourse, orogenital contact, or in non-sexual way, and any IV drugs. Okay, contaminated needles and all, and this definitely pass to mother to baby also, transplacental also. Okay, what are the example for STDs? Chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, and candidiasis. Okay, what are those? Chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, and candidiasis. So the symptoms, sores are there. Okay, then the blood in the urine, burning sensations, and they also have the immune deficiency only. Rashes is there, itching, and the unusual discharge from the genital part and all. Okay, what's the mode of transmissions, as we have discussed before only, right? Then what is the prevention? Abstinence. Okay, then they have to know the partner health, and if they will get out the symptoms, they have to visit a doctor. Okay, then always hygiene is very important. Clear? And I hope you understood. Okay, you just focus on the causative organisms, okay, signs and symptoms, and how to prevent the disorders. And next class we'll see communicable disorders. Okay, until take care, see you in the next class.